H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live. And it is Tuesday, and it is hot. I got to get it going. Boy, we got a great show. Great show every day. But boy, I'm ready to get it on. My nephew is in the building. I know I got to be great today. Derek Lane is in the building. Let me shout out to all my starting five. There's D. Holcomb. You got Sonia Billingsley. We got Dale Griggs, Jeremy Davis in the building. Daryl Anderson in the building. He's all the way cruising Mexico is in the building. And my sixth man of the day is Mr. Jeremy Johnson. Wow, I got Jeremy Davis and Jeremy Johnson. I got the Johnson and Davis on the show today. Simeon, I see you. Brad, I see you, baby. Thaddeus Moody, I see you, baby. He said the day of the woman. Wait a minute, the day is Tuesday, Doc. This ain't Women Rock. Oh, happy Valentine's Day to the women. Oh, okay. I got you. I didn't read it. I thought you was talking about my bad. What's up, Philip Cheney? What's going on? Chris Donaway, what's up, man? It's good to see you, man. Let me see all my people. Corey Willis, there go Belinda, say happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I really don't. I love all the time. So I know the history behind that holiday. So so happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I just don't even worry about it too much. Okay. But it's good. Happy Valentine's Day. If you love it, you buy the flowers that's going to die within a week. You're going to buy the chocolates that's going to mess your teeth up. You're going to go to dinner that's going to digest in your system in 48 hours. But what about the love? Where is the love? And we can celebrate love every single day. B. Scott said, happy love day. I like that better. Where's the love? The flowers gonna die. You got me? The flowers gonna die. That food you go to dinner, it's gonna go straight through your system. 48 hours is gone. Where's the love? Where's the love? Show the Chop Shop some love and share the show. I thought I'd throw that in there. Show the Chop Shop some. Share, text, tag, tell your friends. Hey man, I'm about to watch Chop Shop. You got to get to it right now. My wine got delivered to the door last night. Shout out to B. Scott. Shout out to Kelton Solomon this morning. I just texted him, and he just told me that he couldn't. He was trying to get it to Chuck McGowan early this morning, but Chuck McGowan lives in one of those communities you just can't get in his gate. You feel me? So we had to figure that out, and they called me, and I figured it out. So it'll be delivered to him today too. Simmons said he got my wine this morning. Oh man, y'all, I love y'all. See, that's why I love y'all. Y'all, I talk stuff to y'all, B. Scott, Simmons, son, but y'all understand. All I'm trying to do is make us better. And sometimes it might not sound so good. You know, I know y'all used to. Well, Miss B. Scott, Miss B. Scott, the B. Scott, that just ain't me. Simeon, I know you the boss. So but on this show, man, I got to be the mediator. So I don't mean no harm. Somebody told me the other day, said, Robert, you know what? I know your heart. I'm watching what you're doing. I know your heart. I said, wow. That's a cold piece of work, man. Cold piece of work. Somebody tell me that. I said, whoa. You're watching me that close? But B. Scott, which one? Oh, they asking about, it's all about love. Yes, Hatter. Every day is, there you go. My husband demanded to know who the hell is Solomon and why is he getting I like that, B. Scott. Yo, hold on one second. I gotta turn something on. I gotta turn something on. I hadn't automated everything. You know, I haven't automated everything yet, man. I'm back here. Let's see how to. I like that. Got my Solomon and Brian this morning. They even put rose petals in the bottom of the bag. Man, come Come on, let me put that on the screen. Come on. I ain't know they was doing it like that. Oh, I love it. Y'all see why I was so excited about sharing this with y'all? If I don't share with y'all, maybe y'all would never know about Solomon and Brian. We got an awesome responsibility. I'm gonna bring some of that up today. We got this is a great show today. Y'all gonna need to push, y'all need to share and tell everybody you know about this show today. Let me go back down. B. Scott, which one did you get? Okay. D. White, you got your wine yet? Darryl Barnes, I know you got some wine. If you from Lake Charles, I think I slept through Lake Charles last night. Darryl Barnes, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When we left Southern University, we got on that bridge. They go over the Lafayette. Let me tell you something. I didn't see nothing after that bridge. I was done. Guess what? We was pulling up to they stopped once for some reason, but next thing you know, we was pulling up to Texas Southern, and I got in the car 4:00 in the morning and got the hell out of there. Oh, look, B. Scott got the limited edition. Ooh, she said, my husband usually get me chocolate covered strawberry, so I figured, oh, look at B. Scott. Oh, Mr. Scott over there. Y'all better watch it, boy. Y'all better watch it over there tonight. Y'all don't be trying to get, make no more Justins and stuff. You don't. Simeon, I love you, babe. Let me see. B. Scott. Let me see. I'm just going down. Put my name on. I got you. Put my name on it. I missed that one, Belinda. I'm behind. Oh, the presentations are beautiful. I got Red Heart back. Oh my God. Hatter, that show yesterday was one for the record book. Snoop come from the community. Yes. Great man. Great man. I hate it was an echo, and I didn't have my gear with me to stop the echo. Because I couldn't hear the echo on my team, and I apologize on my side. But y'all, we pray for that brother. Let's hope. I mean, y'all, we got a good guy in that's going. That's one of the coaches in the NCAA. Man, we got to get some more guys like that. That guess what? When he have a job and your son is good enough, I can pick up the phone and call him. You ain't got to get. Bless your little summer coaches and all of that and all of them people who be, I can pick up a call. If you're good enough to go to Memphis, I can pick up a phone call and call. If you're good enough to go to Michigan, you don't need nobody else. I can pick up a phone and call Juwan Howard. You follow me? If you're good enough and smart enough to go to Amherst College, I can get you there. If you're good enough to go to University of Miami, I can get you there. You follow me? I mean, but you got to put in the work. Speaking of work, I got to talk about my guys from last night. Thaddeus Moody said his wine is headed north. I just love when y'all get on here. Who I think will win 6A basketball? I don't know. Give me some I don't. What A is Wesley Yates in? What A is Beaumont United? You got to understand, Leon Stelly. I don't profess to know. I'm the pro basketball guy. You got to help me. When I don't care who wins the six. If it ain't Wesley Yates, I look at players. So tell me who's in 6A. And then I'll give you some. I don't study them every day. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Leon. I'm sorry. That's Jimmy. That's Doug's. That's their lane. That's why I be laughing at them when they be trying to tell me when Jimmy be trying to tell me what's happening in the pro game because of what he read in the paper. I said, I got this. So, do you think? Give me some people. Give me some people, and then I'll throw it out there. All right. Oh, my name is not showing. Oh, okay. Boy, I love it. I love it, girl. Hold on. It's gonna be showing now. She said my name tag ain't showing. Hold on. I just got to push a button because it didn't change, y'all. Y'all got to realize the settings change because I'm on a different camera than the one I was on yesterday. I have a portable camera, but I got a big camera that I keep in the studio. But I got, thank you. Stacy, what's up? What's up, Stacy? Stacy, yes. I purchased a bottle of wine before you started promoting on the shop. D White, you're awesome. Stacy, you got to get your wife some of this wine. Stacy, go look up Solomon Bryant, all one with SolomonBryant.com. And let me know. Stacy, and you'll thank me later. You'll thank me later. Oh, Beaumont United. Leon, steady, what the hell you talking about? Wesley, notice I didn't say Beaumont. I'm sorry, Beaumont United. Wesley Yates. Wesley Yates gonna win that one. That's my favorite, Leon. Wesley Yates. I got you. Wesley Yates. And hold up, what other guy? Porsche. What name? Traylon. And what's some other guy? What's some long guy that look like Paye. And I like the guard, number 11. I like the guard too. But yes, Beaumont. We got to get him some of those guys, he said. Yeah, we got to get the job first, Barnes. We ain't gonna get them nothing. We got to let the community. Stacy, you are a professional that you know this about this, man. What can we do? I know he got the win, but what can we do as the general public in Dallas and Houston and surrounding areas to support Snoop and his endeavors in trying to get that job, man? Because if he win, I know they gonna take a look at it. But what can we do? Let's see. Stop popping. He said, "Stop popping my collar on Valentine." No, man. I'm sorry. What got into Grange? I'm gonna talk about TSU in just a second. Is Kendrick Davis the best player in America? This dude, Kendrick Lewis, you done asked that question once. No. Oh. What do you want me to say, man? Cause Stacy, we got this guy. He come on here every day with something. He got something slick to say every day. Who you think is he the best player in America to you? You done asked that 5 times on this show. You know why I know? Because the people keep a record of it. All right. I'm going to put it back up there so y'all can ask. What the hell? What do you think? Is he the best player in America to you? Unbelievable. That man done asked that 10 times, and I done said no. My wife don't drink because it would put her to sleep. Golly. That's all right. Guess what? Somebody around you drank. Somebody. Hey, somebody around you. Eric Boone, have you got your wine? I know Morris Parson got his wine. I already know. He sent me the picture. Morris got his wine. We have to let the AD know that we have his back. How do we do that, Stacy? Do we email the AD? Or if the AD find out if the AD has a social media handle, or do we at the university or at the how you think we can get it done? I mean, Chop Shop, y'all got to listen to this. We talking about Snoop Johnson, one of our own, got a chance of getting this job. We got to let these people know, the AD know that we got his back. We can't be playing like we got his back, like we got some of these people, and then behind his back, man, I ain't saying that. I ain't going to Texas. Y'all, University, Texas, Arlington is one of the 353 teams that's in the NCAA, Division I. So, KD is one of the best point guards in the country. Absolutely. Thank you, Stacy. But Stacy, did you see what he put? Stacy, the dude been, Stacy trolling me. That's what he doing. He done put that up there like every other week. I'm glad you there. Thank you. KD is one of the best point guards and one of my favorite players in NCAA. Him and LJ Cryer. I got a few more. But those guys, because Kendrick could have went anywhere. And he chose to go to my school. So yes, yes, yes. So, but saying he the best player in the country, come on, man. The hell I know. I ain't seen everybody in the country. You haven't either. The entire state has. So San Antonio. So we got to get Tim Littlefield and them up in San Antonio. We got to get our people in Austin to support him. We got to get our people. Although if you got people, wherever you got people at, let's show our support. This one of our guys that came up in our community that helped a lot of our kids get to college. Okay? Help our high school get kids that was at risk and put them in positions that they can go to college. Let me tell you something. That's a very hey, Snoop Johnson, we need to keep doing that. We need to inundate. We get on here like Kedrick Lewis. I bet you his ass don't go and comment to the AD, but he want to come up here and comment every week about something like this. Kedrick Lewis, do me a favor. Go and watch this. Since you want to do something, you want to type. Go tell the AD that Snoop is the best coach in the country. Y'all follow me? Let's do something like emails are the best way. Flood his email with stories of Snoop. I love that. Boy, thank you, Stacy. Jim Baker, University of Texas Arlington. Jim Baker, yes. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy, I see how God just put you on the show today. But that's what Kedrick Lewis. You got the information now. So do me a favor and troll Mr. Baker. Write him an email. You saw Snoop and how humble he was on this show yesterday. I'm proud to be able to have a platform that he can be able to come on and do it on. Thank you, Boom Boom Room, for being out here. That's why I tell y'all to share the show. Y'all, the show is not to be, look at this dude right here. Look at this dude right here. Look at this young man right here. Y'all ain't got no excuse. Kedrick Lewis, I know you gonna troll that man. You might go out to the man's house. But that's, y'all, this why I tell y'all to share the show. It ain't for me. You share the show so we can talk to people about Kelton Solomon's wine. So we can buy his wine. You follow me? I ain't had a product on here for y'all to buy. So it's for y'all. You're not sharing the show for Robert Hatter or Jim Hicks. You're sharing the show for some people who gonna get what I got to give y'all today. Somebody gonna need this. Thank you, Stacy, for this email. A boon. I know you email everybody. I'm gonna put Jim Baker back up there. Jim Baker at UT. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. This how you do it. You wonder why them other people begin. Why they signed for the Asians and all of them. They signed the bill for them, but they don't sign them for us. We can't get the George Floyd bill because don't none of y'all email and inundate these people's phone calls and wear the hell out of these senators like these other people do. That's the problem. I've been telling y'all this for 6 years, but you can't. That's why I tell you to share the show. If one of y'all think about everything that some of y'all do, I share it. Everything some of y'all do on this show, anything y'all share with me, I share it with the world. Jeremy, this is how I always do. Jeremy, believe you me, I ain't never sent a email to a high school administration until they did that stuff to you. Somebody looking at me, man, what are you doing this for? Man, I got to do it. I'm practicing what I said, and he's ready for this position. Mr. Bond, I'm with you. I'll get an email that he and his assistants will get the email We also have to email the president of the school. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, man. That's what, yo, I'm going to say this one more time. I shouldn't have to say it. I should never get up here and tell nobody to share the show. I should never. But people in this, this YouTube space, they always say, but Robert, you have to remind people. I just don't. I just try to give you the best information and hope you share it. And maybe I need to do stuff like this more often. We got to be intentional about this stuff, man. Shout out to Snoop Johnson, man. When I tell y'all he won about, y'all got to think about. I think about guys like Alan Branson and Terrell Henderson. Y'all, I wouldn't have listen. If it wasn't for Alan Branch, I probably wouldn't be on this Chop Shop today, because I wouldn't have never got this closer relationship with this basketball community and wanted to do. He got me. He and Coach Henderson came to me a long time ago and asked me, just talking about a summer basketball program. I had a young son that was getting into this basketball community. This what happened. And me and Branch, I think Robert was in the 6th grade, and me and Branch was talking. He said he remember what he was talking. I just said, man, look what I'm doing. I said, my son in the 6th grade. He going to Kincaid. I'm trying to get him prepared for Harvard. I didn't say I'm getting him prepared to play no professional basketball. I said, I'm getting him, parents. That's why I'm saying y'all need to share this show. Because all of y'all ain't finna go have no De'Aaron Fox come out your loins. It's just not gonna happen. So all I did, we just talking. I said, I'm getting him prepared in the 6th grade to be able to go to Harvard. Okay? So over the years, kept playing basketball. He was going with the Houston Jaguars, the Houston Hoops. So he was going all over the place and playing basketball. Then the little fella got pretty good. So got a little bit, everywhere he go, he was winning. He was a point guard, right? So I sit there, and I sit here and I just think about it. Alan Branch, then they came, Coach Henderson came and said, look here, Robert, I got a program. He came, never forget, he had what you call the PowerPoint. He was using PowerPoint back then. He came to me, sit down, he said, Robert, I got something for you. This is what I want to do, man, with this program. I got a program. I got some guys here. I got some guys here. I got some guys here. I said, So I thought about my son. He talking about all these good players. My son get a chance to play against these big players and practice with these players. I ain't crazy. I'm doing this to benefit my son, like everybody else would, right? So we talked. Then he told me he got this player, he had this player, he had this player. Had me talk to the parents, and they talked. I said, Got to remember, Rob was 8th grade, so this was a 17 and under team that we was looking at. Rob was a little boy. So John Henson, Ray, oh boy, Ray gonna kill me. And we had Pee Wee, Jonathan, Rashid Suleiman, D'Angelo Harrison. Y'all, we had a team full of Division I players. So what I told him is, do me a favor. I said, this is what I do, player. I said, go get your team together. Give me the names. Tell me where you want to go. How many people going? Go home and relax. I got you. Go home. I got it. And other people tell me, man, you don't know that. Man, you mess with that dude. He ain't this. He the only one came to me with a plan. I knew all these other guys. They just trying to. That guy came to me with a plan. I don't care what nobody say about it. that particular week, he came to me with a plan. And I love the plan. And I love the opportunity because I get more involved in the grassroots instead of going, Stacy, flying all over the country, getting players from everywhere. I said, why don't I see how many pros we can get in Houston? Because I never tried to ever represent a guy that came from Houston but Rashard Lewis. So I said, okay, so guess what? My son, 8th grade, on this team. So guess what? My son's name going to be on that roster. So them people going to be right. So every time the coaches look at the package, they're going to say, wait a minute, how the hell are 8th grader get on this team with all these badass dudes? You follow me? So and it morphed into something great. It was before all of this this circuit stuff. Like the Nike got to go here. The teams can play each other. Anyway, I never forget John Henson was our top guy. He played for North Carolina. What we tried to do, I think he was like outside the top 30. So what we tried to, coaching them did, they said, look, Robert, let's go wherever Derek Favors is, DeMarcus Cousins, Ronald Sidney, all of these badass dudes. Let's go to the tournaments where they are playing in. Can't do that now. You got to go to wherever they send you if you got to, So we went and hunted these guys down and went and walked all of them down. John was working them all the way down. The next thing you know, John's a McDonald All-American because these guys, him and Alan Branch had the foresight to say, hey, you can't do that no more, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what happened. Like the other day, Jimmy tried to didn't understand because I didn't know really Jimmy back then, y'all. I didn't. We did all this. I didn't know. Jimmy wasn't in our camp at all. This was just, he didn't know the intricacies because he tried to downplay how important a shoe deal is. And I said, we didn't have no shoe deal. But the intricate things that we did in this industry, having a shoe deal, I mean, what? Somebody to tell me what the hell I had to do and had to do. Guess who told us where we had to go? And we had DJ Griggs on that team. DJ Griggs was on this team. Him and Robert was like the two youngest ones on the team. Forgot about that. Glad, Trina, I saw your name up there. But yes, so we had players. So it morphed into some. I mean, it got so bad one time. When D'Angelo Harrison and we had Rasheed Suleiman, they was the hottest two things on the circuit. Rasheed wound up being what? McDonald All-American, went to Duke. Every gym we left, college coaches followed us to every game we played because they wanted them dudes. See, this stuff is about dudes. All shoe companies is about dudes. We had 10 of the baddest dudes in the world. So we had shoe company talent, because it's about dudes. We had shoe company talent. And it was kind of hard. I mean, when I go back and look at it now, it was a different dynamic. That's why I ain't gonna let nobody downplay it. Nobody. Because they wasn't in the inner workings of it. Y'all got to understand, we had to go into parents' house. We never did this before, and convince them parents to trust us. So it was a unique thing, man. That's part of this. Ain't no other team that did it like that. They don't talk about that much, I guess, because it's me and Alan Branch and Coach Henderson. Yo, we had a 3-year reign. Look at, man, you had to put that up there, man. Say, I never talk about where he ranked at. But he got something unique though. Like points. Let me see, points, assists, steals, and all of that. He ranked in the top 5 or 6 in history. I mean, he took care of his bid. But you know what though? He was supposed to. Now, now think about what Freightman just put on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Since you put it, I'm gonna pop mamas and daddies. I'm gonna put this on. Ladies and gentlemen, he missed 28 games in college. That's a whole season. He got injured in his freshman year, got injured in the end of his sophomore year, he got injured in the end of his junior year. That's the year I'm so mad about. And he got injured and a little bit, and he kept getting injured. Missed 28 games. But what I just want y'all to understand, don't let nobody minimize what you've done. Because people will come, because their ass ain't never did it. They'll come and try to minimize what you've done. Don't allow that yet. No, I ain't gonna allow it. But yes, back to what Kendrick Davis, Kendrick Lewis, Kendrick Davis is one of the top players in the country. But it's hard for me to say who's the best. But first of all, I want to say congratulations to Jordan Carl Nicholas, TSU basketball player. He scored his 1,000th career point. Big man, they clowned last night. Let me talk about my boys and girls last night. My girls came up a little short. Let me put my glasses on so I can let y'all know this Kobe Granger. He acted fool last night. Top of the afternoon, Mr. Hatter, did you hear about this? The Chiefs Super Bowl legitimacy possibly being put on hold as they. I ain't hear that. I don't want no. Okay. My inside friends tell me what you. Let me tell you something. I don't care about what your inside folks say. James tomorrow. I don't care. Okay, that man won the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody from the NFL. I talk to them every day. They called and told me nothing about that. So y'all can go with y'all conspiracy theories. I don't care. All right, cool. All right. Now, thank you. That's how I feel about it. Let me share some stuff last night. Kobe Granger, Kevin Granger's son, 80. He was 9 of 12 from the field, 5 of 7 from the three-point line, 6 of 9 from free throw. Kevin, how in the hell you're damn near better from the 3-point line than yeah. This is what I need you to do. If you want me to repeat it, James tomorrow, you got to give me some hard evidence. I don't want to hear about your friends and all of that. You got to send me the hard evidence. And then I'll talk about it, James tomorrow. It ain't no use in me talking about something that I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's why I ain't getting on you. I'm just telling you, you put that statement out like that. PEDs at halftime. So Philadelphia, you sound like a Philadelphia fan right now. That's what you sound like. But let me go back to Kobe Granger. He had 29 points. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm so proud because people have been calling me talking about the TSU basketball team. And, it was just a unique, that PJ Henry, I told y'all a long time ago. Y'all got to realize, y'all look at our SWAC record. PJ Henry played in no SWAC games. He got hurt on the Thursday. Our first game in SWAC was at Saturday. He got hurt. So I keep giving y'all the analogy. The TSU basketball is like a Ferrari, a well-tuned oil machine. But his steering wheel ain't in there. PJ, you took the steering wheel out when you took PJ Henry out. He is the steering wheel that keeps the Ferrari on the road. We still fast, but we going everywhere because what? We don't have the guidance and the steering wheel. See, thank you, Jeremy. The steering wheel. Let me put that on the thing, Jeremy. I like that. I like that. This is called action. It's an action show. Jameson. That's what that stuff you was talking about. Ain't no action in that. What? No action in it. Uh, no, no. I'm just saying that sound like something that a Philly fan. The Philly fan, let me tell you something. Please, Belinda, don't tell me you know Philly fan. Did you see that mess them folks doing in the street when they lost and they went? You see that stuff turning over people's cars? Let me help you out, Belinda. Maybe you don't know. Philadelphia is the only stadium I ever went in, got their own jail in the day. They got their own jail in the stadium. Let me repeat that because I don't know if you knew that. The Philadelphia, what the Veterans Stadium, whatever the name of that stadium is, got a jail inside the facility because them crazy ass fans up there. Let me get on Philadelphia. I've been in the middle almost of one of the situations before at a basketball game. I'll talk about it later. But let me get back to TSU. I love y'all comments, by the way. I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all can laugh and grin. We out-rebounded this team by 7. TSU is a good basketball team, y'all. But we had that P.J. Henry last night. P.J. Henry frustrated Peter Bird so bad. Peter Bird got 2 fouls within 10 seconds trying to be physical with P.J. Bird and had to set his ass down. Then come back in, still mad, and got a technical. That's 3 fouls. So they steering wheel took himself out of the game. You follow me? But I'm looking at this, y'all. I'm looking at it. P.J. Henry, 19 points. Davon Barnes, 7. I'm going to talk about these guys because they ain't talking about them enough because they've been losing. Keelan Farouk came off the bench. Couple of key moments. Chris Craig, a young guy he was in the gym, playing in the gym because, TSU was fixing a new floor. So they was practicing in the gym as a dude and that was killing everybody. That's Chris Craig. He's on the team now. Zyterius Mortal, young player, our freshman. He's going to be a star, but freshman up and down. But that Kobe Grant, that Jordan Carl Nichols got his 1,000 point. Him and John Walker have their 1,000 point. We got 2,000 point scorers on our team. You follow me? So shout out to these girls and shout out to my girls. Let me talk about them. Let me talk about Dontaria Brown. Yeah, we lost again, but guess what? I love to watch these girls play. They just need some season. It's just fun. Let me tell you something. You always got to be able to shoot the basketball. Our girls are getting wide open shots. We just ain't making them right now. A summer with Vanetsky and the new young lady she bringing in. I'm telling y'all, watch basketball too long. This girl's gonna be good. Tanaya Lawson. Let me call them girls out. Sky Green, Elisa Knight, Curtis Knights. Hold up. Show you how life works. Curtis Knight was one of our coaches for franchise. He was John Henson's high school coach. Now I'm calling his daughter's games. Boy, God. Y'all get it later. Y'all get it later when y'all get home. Jada Belton, one of my favorites. She get better every time I see her. Michaela Davis, Michael Gray. She didn't hit a wall. She was scoring a lot. Now they putting some people on, a freshman. She's going to get better. With a summer, she's going to be deadly. Cameron Bates, Zion Williams, and Dontaria Brown. Let me tell you something, man. Proud of TSU. Proud of those coaches. Johnny Jones, man. Johnny Jones said, man, you just got to believe. I saw the guys, kind of getting a little, they just didn't know how to close games. That Gremlin game, we scored 25 in the first half. That don't happen at TSU. Grambling don't sweep TSU ever in history. We just had some things. We had to get our steering wheel back healthy. Simeon said, "Little Haggerty need to go ahead and come home." I don't know. He said, "Explain Robert's rules every night." Every night when we play a game, we got a segment on the show when Chatterbox and I called a basketball game. We had a segment right before the game started. If you listen to the games early, we got a segment called Robert's Rules. Okay, I mean it's it's a segment, and all I do is I look at both teams and study both teams, and I go pick out 4 or 5 rules that if TSU follows, these rules, they'll come out and win the game. I'm gonna give you my rules from last night. I'm gonna just give them to you. I'm gonna give them to you for the girls, and we lost, but that's why I'm gonna give it to you. Let me see what I have for my girls last night. Man, I love it. And Freightman talk about it. I just okay. Let me go through it. Let me go through it with y'all. I could go through it with my homies. I could go through it with the Chop Shop. I got so much more, y'all. This is just this extra. I got more. Y'all just hold on. Okay. My number 1 rule was turnovers. 15 or less. We can beat them. If we win the points in the paint, we can beat them. If we get more points off turnovers, we can beat them. We make Southern play against a set defense and not let them get in transition and get downhill on us, we can beat them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how many turnovers we had. We had 20. Points in the paint, they had 32. We had 16. Points on turnovers, they had 22. We had 7. Make Southern play against a set defense. Chloe Fleming and what's my young lady name? Chloe Fleming and Genovia Johnson was getting downhill on us. We couldn't get back. We wasn't picking up the ball, and so those were Robert's rules, y'all. What I do, I just go study each team, and I just pick out 3 or 4 things. And the men's too, I do the same thing with them. Since we won, all of my rules work. So we won. I wanted to put it the highlights on the latest. So that's all. To Kevin Freightman, you know what it is now. Now, if y'all come at the beginning, you got to be there at the beginning of the game, okay? Because I talk about the Roberts rules in the beginning of the game. Right before the game starts, right before tip-off, I have a segment called Robert Rules, okay? All right, so shout out to them. I want to talk about, let me see. I want to talk about Eric Bieniemy. Can I talk a little bit about him today? Eric Bieniemy. I just want to share some stuff with y'all about him. And this is the coach that offensive coordinator that for the Kansas City Chiefs that's been with Patrick Mahomes all of these years. And Patrick Mahomes get all the recognition. Andy Reid get all the recognition. And now, since we've been beating the pavement, now Eric Bieniemy is getting a little bit. Somebody sent me a video. They said, Robert, Eric Bieniemy asked the NFL. I got something for y'all. Ask the NFL. What do I have to do? Share the show, y'all, to get what I got to do to get a head coaching job. Hold up. Let me see. Can I find it? Did I put it in here? Hold on. Let me make sure I find it. And this what they said. Y'all get the message. That's a parody, but he said the head coach, Eric, let me show you something. Eric said the head coach should speak up for him. I like that, Eric. I like that. Watch this.
Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also. Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also. Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also. Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also.
He was intentional about saying it, Eric. Since you said the head coach should speak up for him, that's 100 million people were watching that. Eric, thank you. Eric, you just make my show. Eric, you already know I got something for you. Watch this. Watch this. Got something else?
Great. Hey, Pat, tell us what EB means to you.
I mean, EB means the world to me, man. The way he holds me accountable, the way he makes me be great every single day, man. This man's one of a kind, man. He's one of the greatest.
I thought these guys had helped.
Eric, is that good enough for you? Should I give you more? Eric, I'm finna read something to you. Let me read something to y'all. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with Eric Bieniemy. He a bad dude. Y'all know when I tell y'all every time I tell you a bad dude, he a bad dude. If he wasn't bad, I'd tell you. Belinda, Kim, how you doing? They was talking to, what his name? Heineke, the backup quarterback. And they was asking him some stuff, right? Heineke said, but we also utilized something that we had noticed in their film study and spent the previous weeks perfecting. According to Heine, the chief coaches had discovered when the Eagles lined up in man coverage, they would overcompensate if an offense used a motion that looks like a jet sweep. On Saturday night, Eric Bieniemy had put a play up on the screen for everybody on the Chiefs offense to see. Eric Bieniemy, let me repeat because Eric Bowen still don't understand. Eric Bowen still don't get it. You just don't move the goalpost. You just said the coach don't speak up for it. I showed you that. So in case you said the young man, what's his name? Patrick Mahomes don't speak for it. I just speak for it. Now you're gonna tell me how is he getting interviewed? And if he was bad, it would be a head coach. No. He's bad to me. To a white owner, I don't care how bad he is. I want him, the guy who looked like me, Eric. Andy Reid said Eric yesterday, if I was EB, I wouldn't go to get another offensive coordinator job. Unless they paying you way, way more than you paying for me. I'm paying you. You are a guy that's supposed to be running this show. This what Andy Reid said about Eric Bieniemy, Eric Bowens. You got, just trying to help you, baby. Just trying to help you. So let me finish. Now. This happened Saturday. They didn't bring this up. They ain't gonna bring this up. All them Stephen H. Y'all ain't gonna hear this from them. Sharif, you're not going to hear this on no other sports talk show. On Saturday night, the enemy had put up a play on the screen for everyone on the Chief offense to see. It came from the Eagles game against the Jaguars early this season, and it featured Jacksonville receiver Jamal Agnew faking as if he were going to go in motion before stopping and reversing course and getting open for a touchdown. Eric B. Enemy picked this out. Not Andy Reid. The 2 touchdowns that they scored to win the Super Bowl. Eric B. Enemy is the orchestrator of that. Let me finish. Hold up. Faking as if he were going, okay. Heine understood the offensive mind of the Jaguars and Coach Doug Peters. Andy Reid, Doug Peters is an Andy Reid disciple who had guided the Eagles to the Super Bowl championship 5 years ago. So he figured it would be open. He did not anticipate that it would lead to 2 touchdowns, passes for Mahomes, but that's what happened. The Chiefs using the look on the 5-yard touchdown passes to Kadarius Toney before running it again on the opposite side to Sky Moore for a 4-yard touchdown pass that gave the Chiefs a 35-27 lead with 9 minutes left. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all show me a white offensive coordinator that won 2 Super Bowls and didn't go on to become a head coach. Instead, Eric Bieniemy is a contender for offensive coordinator for the Ravens and the Commanders, them sorry-ass teams. Why leave the lesser of 2 teams? The NFL is trash, y'all, when it comes to black coaches. Trash. Eric, you got billionaires sitting up there saying, this who I want to run my team. Let's forget the coaches. Let's forget the coaches. See, we fail. We can coach it, we can play it. Why can't we general manage it? The 2 general managers were 2 young white boys. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. Nobody. Let me go to my notes. I had some Super Bowl notes. Let me see. Howard Rosen, and Brett Veach, 2 young white men. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. So the guys who make the decisions to hire the coach, most of them don't look like Eric Bieniemy, Eric Boyens. So you can be good at Eric Boyens. I'm finna tell you right now, one of the best coaches in the freaking NFL football is Brian Flores. He's a bad dude. One of the best coaches. He don't have a job, Eric Boyens. Not because he can't coach. Yeah, the Texans hired DeMeco Ryans. That's a coach. Who's the GM of the Texans? See, we so used to just being the entertainers. Let's concentrate on how can we get in the suites. I told y'all, I don't get my tickets from the players ever again. Never, ever. Once I found out when an owner gave me some seats and where I sit, I told them players, you can, man, I don't need your little tickets. The owners, the GMs, they get the pick of the litter at the Super Bowl, at any game. We got to figure out, our young guys, let's be smart enough. You don't have to be smart enough so you can be a Howie Rosen and a Brett Veach. And I'm calling these names out because I want our young kids to go study these. And I know they got the complexion for protection, for collection. But I want our young black men to think that they can be them. We're more than an athlete. Just thinking about something. Just thinking. And, you know, I feel bad for Jalen Hurts because we don't know if he'll ever get back to the Super Bowl again. Cam Newton didn't get back. Cam Newton was MVP. He never got back. No, it ain't hard being in the shadow of a legend. See, I'm finna make y'all think a little bit more. Doug Peterson left and became a coach. Several other coaches left and became a coach. Y'all, I'm finna help you out, King Sticks, because evidently you don't understand this. You still don't understand this. You watch this show every day and still don't understand. You talking about it's hard being in the shadow of a legend. Reed gonna get the credit for everything. No. Several coaches that came from under his tree went straight to head coach. Hold up. The losing offensive coordinator from the game got a job. What my boy at? What my boy? Eric Bourne. The losing. Go look up. Hold on. Let me pull up the name for you. The losing coach, the coach from Philadelphia, the offensive coordinator. He got a job, man. He got a job. Here you go. Hold up. I don't care about Brian Flores is the best coach out there. He should be nobody's damn defensive coordinator, great or good. He should be nobody's defensive coordinator right now. Give me no crumbs. Don't give me no crumbs, great or good. Shane's, what his name? Stanchion. Offensive coordinator for the losing team in the Super Bowl. He got a job with the Indianapolis coach. Bruce Arians is one of the greatest men you're ever gonna be around. He different. Go look, Eric. Bruce Arians ain't like everybody else. Bruce Arians grew up with us. Bruce Arians, black dudes was in his wedding. He different. That's just one. We need some more Bruce Arians. He different. He's an outlier. Did y'all hear what I just said? Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Let me give me a drink. Make sure you get your Solomon and Brian wine too. SolomonandBrian.com. Just recently, Frank just got his second job just after being fired during the middle of the season. Yes. Eric, I see you ain't commented. Eric, the guy who lost the Super Bowl, the offensive coordinator who won the Super Bowl still don't have a job. Still don't have a head coach job. Eric Bieniemy, since you talking about he ain't good. But the white one who lost, the Philadelphia one, he got the job. Explain that to me, Eric. You lose to this dude, and you get the job. Talk to me. I'm here. I'll be here all week. Y'all gotta talk to me. I'm gonna pivot because I want to talk about Rihanna. I want to talk about Rock Nation, but I want to talk about, because I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. Eric, you might like this. Y'all text all your LeBron fans. I got to talk about this. I'm pivoting. We'll come back, but I'm pivoting right now. You know how I do. I'm gonna bring it back. Some made me want to talk about this. Some made. See that? Andy Reid calls the plays, I thought. That's what they have you believe. I got to wait on Andy Reid to retire? And Andy Reid would make, y'all got to realize now, y'all talking about Andy Reid so a legend. What my man King Stick? Andy Reid used to get his ass tore off in Philly. That's why they ran his ass up out of there. Now, he was in Philly for a long time and didn't win nothing. He went to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb. That was it. He was losing. Andy Reid got bad dudes around him. But you got one in particular that somehow they don't want to give this dude a job. Maybe he don't have the Obama look. Maybe he don't have the guy that Miami got the job. Maybe he don't have his looks. I'll tell you how these people think, y'all. But let me pivot. I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna talk about that. But I want to pivot. I'm going to spend some time right now. And if those of you who don't like LeBron James, it might be a good time for you to go get you some popcorn and go to the store, go pick up the kids or whatever, or just turn the Chop Shop off, because it's some hit me the other day, because I'm going to have a LeBron James celebration moment right now. He was at the game, him and his wife. He was at the Super Bowl. They announced him and people booed him. Pissed me off. Yes, it did. But when I think about it, no, y'all need to stay. Don't go nowhere. Because this isn't about LeBron James just being the greatest in history. Y'all remember when I said that long time ago, guys talking about, let's pass the torch. You got to pass the torch. You got to pass the torch to Jimmy. Jimmy, you got to pass the torch to... Yeah. I'd like to say, let's light your torch also. Don't take my torch. You don't want to take my light. I'll light your torch also. But I also like to use the analogy, let's pass the baton. Okay? Y'all remember when I said pass the baton, right? How do we pass the baton to our top 5 in basketball history? How we pass the baton? Baton, you know anything about a baton, it's like you're in a race. I run my race, you run the rest of it. All of us gonna win. You run the rest. Make sure you make a good handoff. You follow me? The baton. First, so let's pass the first baton from the first man, Earl Lloyd, to play in the NBA. So he got the baton. Now, at first, right? He's the first guy who played. Okay. And then we're gonna pass it from him off to Bill Russell. Okay, who was the first man to actually coach and play in a championship game. Okay. Then it's my baton. Let me pass it. Y'all have your own now. Okay. This is my story. Okay. Y'all can come up with your own story and then print it and send it to chopshophtx@gmail.com. And then I'll read y'all's baton story. All right? Okay? Okay. This is my story. Okay? All right. So then I pass it from Bill Russell. I pass it off to Magic Johnson. Why? Because he revolutionized what it meant to be a big point guard and also the off the court component. Bill Russell was also as deep in civil rights movement and doing other things off the court. Got to give him his due too. Magic Johnson, any place that you live in this country, Magic Johnson has a theater in it. And he has done some things on the court, off the court, that I think are amazing. See, I study these men. I just don't cheer for them. In addition to everything he has been through and his health challenges, you know about the health challenges, to win and go on to be a blueprint, to give us guys like Jalen Rose, a tall point guard, and even LeBron wanted to be a point guard. Magic. Okay? Penny wanted to be he was a tall point guard. Somebody 6'9", 6'10", somebody who can pass the ball. That baton, after Magic, was passed to Michael Jordan, who was to me the greatest player physically of all time. It's my story. I struggle with this. Should I pass it from Michael to Kobe, who was a literal blueprint of Michael Jordan? Does that baton get passed to Kobe? And I said, no. I got to pass it to LeBron. Because LeBron James just broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record. And I believe that no one is going to catch him in our lifetime. When he broke that record, they stopped the game, and his mom, his kids, his wife, and all his friends came out to the court. Maverick was there. Rich Paul was there. The court was flooded. Adam Silver was there. It was a beautiful moment because it was history. And anybody that can be mad about history being made, something got to be wrong with you. Y'all, we were living in history. All I'm thinking about, y'all, I was a week away. I could have been, I went and seen my grandson the week before. I left. People did not know he was going to break it this quick. His mama even came off of vacation at the last minute. I could have easily, if I waited 1 week, I could have, this history. You are living and witnessing history. Speaking of a witness, I ain't gonna tell you no. Right now, I'm struggling with Phil Knight and Nike. You know, I don't like the way they did Kyrie. I'm struggling. That the black folks over at the creatives at Nike, the people who make those commercials. Y'all see the witness commercial? Brought in a pastor for the Nike commercial that was It was fire. Celebrating this, surpassing Kareem. You got to go look at the witness. Had a pastor in the background talk. Again, y'all, this won't be broken in our lifetime. Let me put in perspective. LeBron James did it in 150 fewer games. He did it in a season and a half shorter period of time than Kareem did. Okay? He is the youngest player to ever reach every milestone. The youngest player to reach 1,000 points, 10,000 points, 20,000 points, 30,000 points. He is the youngest to reach every benchmark. Okay? This is LeBron James. Don't let Chris Walker know I said this on the show. He scored at least 10 points in 1,100 consecutive games. Y'all watch. That is the longest streak in NBA history. You have to put these things in perspective, y'all. Now he is the oldest player to average 30 points a game. I'm going to go through some people in a minute who can catch it. But they won't. Because he's still playing. Y'all, he is almost averaging 30 points. So by the end of the season, he might have 40,000. And he is under contract to play next season and doesn't seem to be slowing down. If he never took another shot, I still don't think he would be caught. Did y'all see him talking to his sons before he broke the record? When he went over there and talked to them, they were sitting courtside. He said, all I got to do is score 8 points a quarter. 8 points a quarter. And that man, this dude got a notepad in his head with his goals on it. He's sitting there telling his kids, all I need to score is 8 points a quarter. He's talking to them before the game. This man wear bracelets on his wrists, saying, I don't want to ever embarrass my mother, my wife, my kids, to remind himself every day that he don't want to be an embarrassment to his family and his community. That's a reminder that he wears on his arm every day, ladies and gentlemen. He's a man who came from a very difficult background with his mom not knowing whenever she gonna come home and when he gonna have something to eat, to become this man he is, who understands not just the importance of being a good father, to see him with his children. He is playing in the NBA and he's on the sidelines at the games, at his son's game. He in the NBA one night and he fly back and you see him with his little girl Zuri. You see him with his wife. He is setting a blueprint, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know the intricacies of their relationship, but I know publicly this man is saying, I'm going to honor this relationship in the way maybe I didn't know. I didn't see no relationship like this, but I'm figuring this thing out. He didn't have this kind of example. Y'all remember this? One of the first things, yes, I'm there. Yeah, I'm going there today. Y'all remember one of the first things he did when he got into the league? He set up a meeting with Warren Buffett. Why? Eric Barnes, because he wanted to be the first black billionaire player. That's a goal. He has got this stuff written down somewhere. He wanted to be the first black billionaire. Why? Because it's a milestone that is achievable, but he wanted to know how to do it. So he went to Warren Buffett. How do you do this, man? He is staying healthy to play with his son. Reaching these milestones, and there's a lot of haterade out there. A lot of haterade. All he is great. I mess with Chris Walker. I know this dude. I know the people. I know people in the circle. Y'all got to understand. I know Damon Jones. That's one of his closest friends. There used to be a time, y'all, when we celebrated greatness. Used to be a time that we celebrated greatness. Used to be a time. Instead of all of this versus stuff. Used to be a time we celebrated greatness. If somebody was great, we celebrated. Now we in the versus stuff. We got to have this versus mentality. I'm better than him. I'm better than him. I'm better than him. We got this. We can't appreciate anybody because they're not wearing the colors that we lack. We don't like the decision. A lot of people didn't like the decision. We didn't like him going to Miami. I see you, Jimmy. But you liked him coming back home, but you burned his jersey and called him trash. But when he came home, you were in the same building cheering when he won the championship, and then he built a school, built an infrastructure that empowered the kids and their parents. That stuff that he didn't have when he was growing up. I don't know how you cannot like LeBron James. I thought he should have taken more big shots instead of passing. Yes, I said it. But I've grown to appreciate it. We need more LeBron James out there who are not just shutting up and dribbling. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy, I'm almost finished. He was one of the first to have his teammates put on a hoodie for Trayvon Martin's murder. He put on an I Can't Breathe t-shirt with the murder and choking of Eric Garner. He has been at the forefront talking about social issues. You will see him courtside at WNBA games to support the women. He is supportive in all way basketball can magnify and improve people's lives. Look at the guys around him. There's a video walking around right now how when he was young, he had Rich and all them guys with him and saying, man, he gonna be this, he gonna be this, he a young dude talking big stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be the man. He gonna be my dude. He gonna be. What he has done in the community is unmatched. His scoring record has been in the books for 40 years. 38,388 points. Who gonna catch him? You know the closest to him? Carmelo Anthony, 28,000. Kevin Durant, 26,000. And he's averaging 28 points a season. It'll take him a long time. He would have to average 30 points over the next, Kevin Durant, over the next 400 games. James Harden got 24,000. Steph got 21,000. Ain't nobody gonna catch it in our lifetime. But I don't never want it to be said on this show that we don't celebrate LeBron James. Had to get that out. Had that in me since he broke that record. What's up, Jimmy? I've been had that in me, Jimmy, before he broke that record. And I laughing at Chris all the time. He be laughing. He said, "Man, when me and you be talking, you like LeBron, but when you get on the show," I said, "Chris, I'm gonna always go against you because I'm just gonna go against you. But I know who this man is and what this man has done, and I just gave a soliloquy about it. And but Jimmy, welcome to the show. What you got going on, man? I'm trying to brighten you up because you look black over there, Doc. I got you you're a little darky over there, boy. I got you. You ain't got no lights on. What, you ain't turn no lights on in there today? But what's going on, man? I just covered LeBron. I covered Eric Bieniemy a little bit. Because, and the reason I covered it, Jimmy, Eric Barnes, he gonna always come on here and say something crazy. Hatter, because I told him how bad I think Eric Bieniemy is. Hatter, he's so bad. Why ain't got no job here? Hatter, why Andy Reid and them don't talk about him? Jimmy, he said, why Andy Reid don't talk about him? Jim, get what I had for him. Hold up. Just in case y'all just joined the show. He said, Andy Reid, why the coach don't say nothing about it?
Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also. Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also. Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also.
Jimmy, 107 million people watching that, and he said Eric Bieniemy was phenomenal also because y'all was talking about everybody else. Now, he stopped them. And then Patrick Mahomes, they went in the dressing room. Okay? And they
Great. Hey, Pat, tell us what EB means to you.
EB means the world to me, man. The way he holds me accountable, the way he makes me be great every single day, man. This man's one of a kind, man. He's one of the greatest.
I thought these guys had helped.
So when people tell y'all and y'all read these things, Eric, and Jimmy, you wasn't here a minute ago. I know for a fact EB was calling. You don't even have to tell me, Troy. Somebody already called and told me about what he did. Jimmy, I'm finna mess you up. This is what got me, Jimmy. You know the two plays that was left wide open, the guys walked into the end zone. Wasn't nobody 8 feet around them. The two passes Mahomes threw. Jimmy, on that Saturday night in a team meeting, Eric Bieniemy had put that play up on the screen for the Chiefs offense to see. Right? It came from the Eagles game against the Jaguars. The Eagles played the Jaguars early in the season. You got to remember, it was featuring wide receiver Jamal Agnew, faking as if he was going in motion before stopping, reversing course, and then getting open for a touchdown. Doug Peterson, now you got to realize where he came from. Philly. He was an Andy Reid disciple. And he got a job as offense coordinator. But guess what? Eric Bieniemy, the one drew that up and told them, let's be prepared to run this. And it got us 2 touchdowns. I said us, didn't I? It got them 2 touchdowns to win the game. But guess what? Ain't nobody saying that on them other stations. I hope they getting the same information from the people I'm getting it from. They was out there with them. But thank you, Troy. Not sure. Troy said, yes, he was. Yes, he was calling the plays. Andy Reid said it. But somehow, on the thing that night is Andy Reid. But guess what? Andy Reid was at Philadelphia getting his head tore off for years. Couldn't win the big one. He won one, I think. He didn't win the big. He won. He went with Donovan McNabb, but they lost, I think. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Troy. Troy, I know it. And my job is on this show to let people know it. You, as his brother, you didn't have to say it. I didn't repeated all this. I'm repeating this again because Jimmy wasn't on the show. So he can know. Eric Bieniemy is a bad, bad dude. And one thing I like about Andy Reid, he said, look, EB shouldn't have to go nowhere unless somebody going to pay him way more than I'm paying him and go be somebody's offensive coordinator. He should be going and running his show. Let me repeat that. He should be running his show. He shouldn't leave here to be going to be no offense coordinator for these other clowns. By the way, he must have told somebody, I think the Ravens, they done got somebody else already. He must have told them, man, I'm not doing that. But a shout out to Eric Bieniemy. Last 5 years, what you've done for this young man, Patrick Mahomes, man, is unmatched. And guess what? I believe in you. I know the value you bring. My job is I got to be put in a position where I can own a team. Some people I know that can own a team, so we can make these kind of decisions. Because the two guys that's the bosses, the GMs, both of them guys don't look like Eric Bieniemy. Most of those guys in the league don't look like Eric Bieniemy. So guess what? It's a great chance they people like Jimmy. Jimmy, help me with this one. Help me with this one. The losing offensive coordinator got a job, head coaching job with the coach. The losing offensive coordinator for Philadelphia, he got a job with the coach. The same coach who hired Jeff Saturday. He got a job, Jimmy. The losing coach. Y'all figure that one out for me. What's up, man? What you got?
I mean, that wasn't his first time interviewing for the job. That job was already like placed.
Eric didn't interview for that job.
No. I'm talking about the coordinator for the Eagles had already interviewed for it. So that job was already just a sitting duck, just waiting on the game to be over with before they can finalize everything.
But Jimmy, how can you be so... Okay, I'm looking for the best candidate. I'm going to take the loser.
But that's what I'm saying. When he was hired, the job was already in place before the game started. So you just said, okay, I'm hedging. I'm going to take it. He hadn't lost the game at that time. You know, when he came in for the job yesterday or day before, whatever, that they was just coming.
But Eric Bieniemy still was the better candidate.
Yeah, probably so. But it was
no, Jimmy. Not probably so. Was the best candidate.
Relationships matter. And that's obvious.
Well, if that's the case, don't nobody get no job then. Because guess what? If that's the case, don't nobody get no job then. Since the relationship. Nobody get a job. So no black coach should have a job. So no black, because all the owners are white, Jimmy.
There's a lot of black coaches and a lot of people that got their positions wherever they are dated, got them because of relationships. And don't get it twisted, but you're black, it takes way more than just relationships, but relationships matter more so in no matter what color you are. So the thing is with him, there was 5 job openings for head coaches this offseason in the NFL. 5. And he did not get a single sniff of an interview, he meaning Bieniemy, in 4 of those 5 open jobs.
Coach, that's crazy. Coach, they take... I love DeMeco Ryans, but they take DeMeco Ryans. I ain't trying to pit him again. Dude, I mean, you know, I'm going to leave this alone because I know what's going on and I just can't say it. But yeah, it just on this show, I got to just tell you, I just want y'all to open y'all's eyes. I'm sitting there watching the Rock Nation stuff the other day. I'm watching Rihanna the other day. This was the 4th Super Bowl halftime show that Rock Nation / Jay-Z help manage. Give y'all a little history. Here are a few ways Jay-Z a company improved things. They improved it. Let me show you why. For context, there are 4 shows that Rock Nation helped with. Just 4. Okay. 2020, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira in Miami. 2021, The Weeknd in Tampa, Florida. 2022, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, who's that? Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, Anderson .Paak in California. Notice I'm telling y'all about these cities. Rihanna in Glendale, Arizona. Now, there is now a better selection process for these performers. Okay? Before Rock Nation, the NFL, in case you didn't know, the NFL would talk to 3 or 4 artists at once, like an interview process. Then they waited to hear who was interested, and then they made a choice. That's how they did it before Jay-Z came in. Okay? It was a quick way to get it done, but it was a quick way to get it, but it was a quicker way to burn bridges. So Jay-Z called out this issue at the Rock Nation NFL conference, right? After 3 years, he said, and I think I got the video. Hold on, I'm gonna play that. I think I got Jay-Z playing that thing. So he said after 3 years, he said 3 people play and 9 people are upset. That's what he was saying. There aren't that many superstars in the world. You're going to run out of people soon. So you don't mess that up. It was he was telling the NFL. He said now they ask one person at a time. If that artist can perform, great. If not, move on to the next one. He said it's slower, but it's the right way to do it. He said there are themes with some of the shows. And I didn't realize this. Check this out. There were themes with some of the shows, right? He said before Rock Nation, there were missed opportunities to celebrate the city's music culture. Like in Atlanta in 2019. Parents that didn't have much in common, like Katy Perry and Missy Elliott. Since then, we've had J-Lo and Shakira in Miami to celebrate the Latin culture. And in LA, the hip hop expired show last year in Inglewood, which I heard Jay-Z push to make happen. Then there was more representation in genres and races. The halftime show has never led with a hip hop as the primary act until last year. That the stage is no longer reserved for legacy rock, and pop acts. Most genres and races have gotten their fair share too. So the impact of relationships, like Jimmy just said a minute ago, Rihanna once declined the halftime show after Colin Kaepernick's protest. She said, I'm not going to that shit. But time passed, and now it's Jay-Z asking her to perform. You got to remember, Jay-Z signed her to Def Jam, Rock Nation, and made her hit 6 songs. It's a different conversation. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Those are some little tidbits about the Super Bowl that a lot of people just don't know and don't understand. But hey, I gave it to you. You got it here right on the Chop Shop. So that's it. Jimmy, Jameis Amara saying something up there.
We can give our very own Brian Cook of the Kansas City Chiefs a shout out from Howard University. Also, Javon Hargrove. He went to South Carolina State. Joshua Williams, right, from out of Stuyt University, Fayetteville, and Franklin McCain from North Carolina A&T.
Did these guys go to high school here?
From out of the Houston area.
Oh, they did? Okay, I didn't know that. Shout out to them guys. Yeah,
shout out to them. It's so many Texas guys and Houston guys that be on rosters. We tend to kind of overlook it because we're so spoiled, so many pros and whatnot. But we That was doggone. That was a good weekend. Great Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
It
Oh
it
my
it,
goodness.
it satisfied my wishes with that for both teams to score 30 points and both quarterbacks to do well. You know, as it got closer to game time, realized my heart kind of 60% wanted the young fella from Houston to win and the green. And, but I wouldn't be mad if the young fella from White House High School in the red won the game as well, in which he did. And he earned it. And, you know, great thing. The thing, and this is what one of the thing about this game is things I always hit on with basketball. And when you promote a lot of these big time and highly anticipated matchups, like this Super Bowl game was a highly anticipated matchup. They had 2 weeks to put it out there. Everybody had their thoughts. Everybody got their, you know, thought, had their projections and whatnot. Well, at the end of the day, I want you to take something from a teachable moment. You can lose the game and still win the heart. And like we say, sometimes we look at the box scores. If a team lose, that top dog better show up. Don't lay no goose egg. You better show up. Well, it's possible for it to happen if that person can rise to the occasion. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. But we're looking for you to show up and not lay a goose egg. Now, as a result, Jalen Hurts, not only is he about to get a real serious bag right now, and the thinking along, he was thinking about all of the disrespect, dude. They signed him just basically so another team wouldn't even get him. In the pick coming, basically in a nutshell, you look at it, you didn't need him. You did. You had two quarterbacks on the. Just sign one, right? They just signed Carson Wentz to a at that time a couple of years back was a hell of a hefty
Jimmy,
bag.
you always need more than one quarterback. They
Yeah,
just
but
didn't have him as a franchise quarterback. But you
They
also
act
need
like-
you got to have a good quarterback.
They asked this young man if he was interested in changing positions during the interview process.
I don't
This
remember.
according to him.
Yeah, I just
Ain't
don't
according
remember
to
that.
him. According to him, they asked him about changing positions.
I don't
He
know.
ain't the first. They asked the kid at Baltimore the same
Well,
thing.
I know it's completely documented. They asked him, but I don't remember them asking him that. And I'm in this
Young,
business, and I never heard nobody say that, not once. I
this
just
dig your shovel. Now, meanwhile, he's about to get how much Dak getting now? So whatever Dak Prescott getting, this dude is going to get more than me. He's going to get 45, 50.
what if he don't get it?
The market is set because there's about three or four quarterbacks that's about
The market was set for the market was set for Lamar Jackson. He didn't get it.
Lamar Jackson's situation in negotiations. The market rose as while they were in the midst of
No,
negotiations.
but I'm just telling you how we know he's gonna get it.
The sentiment for him is a little bit different. The sentiment from within his Lamar Jackson, the problem and the durability and his injuries that they're trying to weigh on him and is weighs into his stuff. This young fella right here is just to get a bag. And there's going to be a couple other quarterbacks that's due as well, about 3. And then on top of that, so know what that means? That means Patrick Mahomes, right now, he about the 5th highest paid quarterback in the league.
And it don't matter to him. because he was able.
And
I'm gonna tell you why. They stretched his contract out for 10 years, right? So they can
7
have
more years left.
so they can have a leeway, so they can sign more people. If this young man come in and demand 30% of their salary cap, which you talking about he about to get a bag, if he come in and demand that, then he got the risk being a loser for the rest of his career. He got the risk because the reason they won this year because he's on a rookie deal, so they can pay these other guys. So that's that Patrick Mahomes said, "Whoa, I can go break the bank." That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't understand this about this business. I can go break the bank if I want to, but I got to make sure Chris Jones here, because if he ain't there, I'm gonna lose. I got to make sure they got my $35 million. I'm good. Spend that other 10, 15 million. Let's get somebody else. And so what you can do later, when I stretch my deal out so far, you can compensate me later. So when the quarterback like Dak making all that damn money, then you can't pay nobody else. When you got them quarterbacks making all that money, getting 17 to 20% of the salary cap, it hurts the rest of your team. That's how the business go. I don't know what y'all be reading about in the newspaper. I'm telling y'all how the business go. He can ask for all the bag he want to. Get your money then, son. Tom Brady, same way. Oh, hold up. No. I don't have to have all of this. And guess what happened? He won. And guess what happens later? Got a $300 million contract because he's a winner. If he wasn't a winner, he wouldn't get that contract with Fox. They gonna tell what's the guy Jimmy, the tight end from Dallas. What's the guy? The tight end from they finna cut. When Tom come, they gonna cut his salary. What's the guy who calling it now? They say, look here, player. When Tom come, you second string. You was making 10 million. We're gonna give you 3 now because we got to pay Tom. So that's the unique dynamic that this young, inexperienced negotiator, because she ain't never negotiated no deal like this. This her deal. This deal is going to define her, and she got to make sure she get it right. She got to make sure she get it right.
What you call getting it right?
Whatever. She got to make sure she get it right.
I'm just saying, for an example, you say make sure she get it right.
She got to make sure she get this deal right.
What would call getting it? What would constitute getting it wrong then?
They gonna figure out a way for her. I'm just telling you what happens when black folks do anything. She better make sure this deal she do with this guy, just make sure it's thorough. All T's are dotted, all I's are dotted, everything is dotted. Because guess what? She's a darling to y'all. But though that press gonna scrutinize every move she make in that deal. That's why I said she gonna get it right. Been there, done that. I ain't had to read the newspaper about this bullshit. I've been there on that side where she was. We had to get Terrell Buckley's deal right. We had to get Orlando Pace's deal right. Because we don't get that many shots. That's the point I'm trying to make. You have to get this. We had to get Penny's deal right. That's the point I'm trying to make. So got to have your T's, and you got to have your eyes dotted and your T's crossed. So that's the point.
Wouldn't it come down to whether the client or the talent, if they want a bag or if they want to win?
No, you're gonna get some money. You just said the market gonna get him some money. You're not listening to yourself. The market going, but she just.
Right. You said they got to do it right.
Him being the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl demands, that's leverage. Okay? That's leverage. Now, I can go in here and say, okay. And the people said, no, I'm not giving you that. What you going to set in? Because guess what? I can franchise you, sir. I don't, like you talking about they got it. They ain't got to give him shit, Jimmy Hicks. They can franchise him. 3 times in a row if they want to. They got to give him nothing. So now it's called negotiating. That's why I said she got. It's more than I told y'all. It's more than what you just read in the newspaper. You can't go in there. I didn't read the Houston Chronicle. He needs a bag. You got to explain. Because, Jimmy, they going to come in there lowballing him. You talking about the sentiment. Harry Rosen and Jeffrey Lurie, they going to come in there and say, well, he didn't do this, Robert. He didn't do this. He didn't do this. They going to tell me everything. So I got to have everything. Back to what I said, because it went over your head. She got to get it right. That's the point I'm talking about. Yes, we're talking about Jalen Hurts. The Lamar Jackson. Can't miss. MVP. About to get franchised. Thank you. That's what I'm telling you. They ain't got to give you nothing, Jimmy. Don't ever think they got to give you something. They don't. It's not what you're worth. It's what you can negotiate. So you can either read the Chronicle or listen to what I just told you.
I got confidence in Black history and the first female agent of a quarterback that started in the Super Bowl. I got confidence, and I'm rooting more so. I'm rooting for Black.
See, you're a rooter. You're a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm in this business.
You ain't got to be a fan to root.
You can root. You can root.
You ain't got to be a fan to root.
I know that she got to get it right.
But I'm rooting for her
because
I'm rooting for. As a matter of fact, rooting for her. I mean, you indirectly, you're rooting for. I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts. And not only just her, the whole team. He has a whole team of females that's around him. That's remarkable. That's more Black.
I think you're missing the point. But but guess what? I'm not gonna keep talking to somebody who don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Keep rooting.
Listen, I have no earthly idea on what the dynamics.
But I'm trying to tell you the dynamics, and you don't want. I'm rooting.
That matters little to what I'm saying. I'm rooting for them, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's all I'm saying. Whatever means necessary, they get it.
What you said matters what?
It matters less.
So facts. Okay. All right. I got you. You don't want to hit a fact.
How the hell they get it done? I want him to win, get his bag, and win. And remember, and win.
Nobody said he wasn't going to get a bag. I'm just telling you, it's not as easy as you think it's going to be.
For him, you just said
he ain't won no MVP.
You just said starting in the Super Bowl gives him leverage. So
being an MVP of the league gives you leverage.
That's more leverage. That's greater leverage. That's more. But he has leverage.
Patrick Mahomes had more leverage than anybody.
He has the
most. And hold up. And his deal seemed like the most remarkable deal because you can go back in. I'm giving her some pointers right here, Jimmy. I ain't thinking about you because you ain't got a clue. You can be able to go back in. Oh, I ain't talking to you. One of her friends might be listening.
You just say you ain't talking to me. You're mentioning me.
No. But I'm mentioning you, but I ain't talking to you because you ain't gonna listen. You ain't gonna listen. You know it. You know.
I am not going to listen to that because I can give two shits about that. I just say I'm rooting for him. I don't care about the dynamics. That's not my industry. That's not my business. I don't deal with agents.
Well, why are you sitting up here talking? You weren't talking about it.
I'm rooting for him to get his bag and continue.
You say he's going to get a bag, and I was just explaining to you. Hey, sir. When you're talking to me, you got to come correct. That's all.
I say, I asked the magic question.
Everybody rooting for her. Your question didn't have no magic. Your question was not magic at all. Your question was not magic. Not to me. Not to me. I mean, your question just wasn't magic. You said he gonna get a bag. And I was just explaining to you, it's not that easy. But you don't give a you don't give two shits about it. So guess what? Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let your expert ass talk about it. I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Shit, that's the thing.
I'm gonna let you talk about it.
And
Watch this.
that second bag is what enables the family or the mom or the daddy to go on and retire and stop them. That's that second bag that everybody always say about. He gonna get that second bag. So then that daddy might go on and retire from Channelview High School and go on and just sit back.
Excuse me. And ladies and gentlemen, the franchise tag is a generational bag. The franchise tag is going to be between $45 to $50 million. That's the generational bag. Also, just in case, I'm talking to y'all. I ain't talking to nobody else. They don't give up two shits about what I got to say. But to y'all out there, being franchised is not as bad as people think it is, because they don't understand.
It's a bag. That's all we understand.
So he gonna get. Ain't nobody never said she wasn't gonna get a bag. All I said was my key word, and you go, what I'm rooting for. I said she just better make sure she dot her I's and cross her T's, because Leland McElroy, who did Ricky Williams' deal, went to Wharton School of Business. No, it's a brilliant ass man you talking about. You skinning and grinning about. Went to Wharton School of Business, got a law degree. He just didn't understand the collective bargaining agreement. And he did his deal. And if Ricky Williams y'all talking about it was a bad deal, but if Ricky Williams,
if he'd have made all them incentives, then they'd have been saying he was a genius. If he'd accomplished all them incentives, all those different.
Back to what I said. She got to make sure she dot her I's and cross her T's. That's all I said. Well, I'm rooting for her. Everybody's rooting for her. I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts to win, because I saw him bend over at this press conference. Thank God he did the right thing. I love this boy. Because when Cam was in that same position, Cam got mad and got up and walked out after he lost. This young man sit there and answered all the tough questions. You don't know. You never lost a fucking Super Bowl, so you don't know how I feel. You never lost a Super Bowl. You never been around nobody in that room who lost a Super Bowl. It's a very emotional moment. Cam Newton couldn't handle it. This young man stood up and took it. Let me tell you something. They say he was trembling. The words coming out of his mouth. He wanted to win so bad. His dad had came on TV and said, he gonna take care of his business. And he took care of his business. He just had a dude on the other side and a offensive coordinator on the other side that outcoached these people at that other team, and somebody won't give him a job as a head coach. That's what happened. Ain't had nothing to do with the young man. So shout out to him. Shout out to Miss Nicole Lynn. But she know.
And the other four gals too. And the other gals, all them other gals around them too.
Well, okay. All right. Shout out to them too.
Shit, that's a good team. The room smelling good. The room smelling good over there. I'm rooting for them. Rooting for all of them. Don't go get it. That's black history to the fullest. To the fullest. And also Channelview High School.
So black history is what? That he allowed for those women to work for him? That's black history to you.
And them being black, a black female,
that's black. So that's the history part. Coach, tell me, I got something for you. Tell me what each one of those young ladies did for him.
What?
Tell me what each one of them did.
They all got different positions.
Tell me what they've done. Tell me what they've done. So you're saying the history part of it. I'm just asking you a question. Since I was going to let you go, but you brought it up.
Being able to influence him to hire them.
Hire him. So that's black.
That's
So
one
that's the
thing.
black
That's the
history
first thing
part
they
of it.
did.
Not
That's the
what
first
they've
thing
done.
that they
Hold
did.
up. Not what.
That's the first and most.
So you don't know
important
no
part.
significant deal that something they did for him yet, right?
If he on his rookie
I
deal,
understand. That's what I'm saying. That's what.
what significant deal
I'm
this
trying to
agent
get you.
did? But
Okay.
but at the same time, there's another one that's on his marketing team. So he's doing commercials. So that means those commercials had to be negotiated, and we don't know how they came about. But relationships at some serve some in some
What time is it?
capacity for the marketing lady, the young lady who does in charge of his marketing. Okay, then you got the other one that does his social media and all the other stuff. So that's another thing that keeps him relatable and stuff to the people in the general public. So those are three of the. I don't remember what the other two does, but it's 5 total. But those are things, and I think one of them is just over his personal affairs, and so that's something that's very important in keeping you grounded, keeping you from being overloaded with things to do in a particular day or a particular week. But first and foremost, and most importantly, they all convinced him to hire them. That's powerful. That's
Jimmy,
important because
Jimmy, have you ever been to Magic Johnson's office
No,
in
I ain't
LA?
never been in.
Everybody in the office, every one of them who built his empire is a black woman. Black women are in all the key positions behind every deal that Magic Johnson ever makes. That's black history too.
That would be black history. But then was his
every
agent
one of them.
was his agent a black woman?
No, we ain't talking about that. We ain't
Well,
talking about
that's
age.
that's after.
I'm just
That's
telling you. But I'm just telling you. Magic Johnson is a billionaire. He moves the billionaire needle. But I'm just letting you know black women are good enough to do it. I'm not arguing. You think you got this mixed up. Because you really just don't know the grand scheme. I know what's gonna happen in the industry. You don't give a fat rat's ass about it. I do. Because if she don't dot her I's and cross her teeth, it's gonna make it hard for the next young black lady to come in there. That's the point I'm talking about. Ain't nothing to do with you. I know my thoughts are higher than right now than what you're talking about. I'm thinking about the chess move. That's all. Thinking about the chess move. So we can talk about something else because that's a good one. Let's make sure and support her and what you said and root for her to make sure she gets
the whole team. The whole team.
Yeah.
That includes the pops. Yeah, that includes. I mean, that's. I mean, it's going to be great for
Jimmy. You just said we
comes down to pop.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
That dude there, you gotta realize he wanted a rare. He rare air. Before then, I'm not talking about on the field. Just everybody that I talked to out in you guys come to the middle school city championships this weekend. The lady that's working the door that works all of our doors at all of our RCS sports events, name is Mary Johnson. Mary went to Cashmere High School, came out in 1984. Mary works in Channelview High School. And Mary would always tell stories about different people that come through there because Mary just liked the gospel all day long. And she tells good stories, good descriptions. And so Mary will say, this little cat right here is one of those cats, he just so grounded. He ain't, this was before this was back, we started knowing about him when he went to Alabama. Most people that, unless you followed high school football to the T, you heard of him, but you didn't, they wasn't telling stories about until he went to Alabama. And then you started, but this was then. So it's like, ever since then, it's like you paying attention to him, overcoming adversity, overcoming the odds, keep doubting, and he keeps winning. So that thing is rooting for Jalen Hurts and this city now, that east side of Houston is going to enthuse so many young people to go and play little league football now. It's going to enthuse so many of those young people out there. Remember, Channelview is right next to North Shore. They all one big old family out there. Then when they get to high school, they rooting against each other. But coming through those middle schools and elementary school out there, and those schools, Alice Johnson Middle School, uh, 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 Geary Middle School, and North Shore Middle School, Cunningham Middle School, all those middle schools out there, they all grew up together from 6 years old on up playing up, you know. And so that's the good thing about it, because now I mentioned North Shore, I bundled them into the conversation with Channelview, is because North Shore is the measuring stick for football, for high school football in the greater Houston area. They're the measuring stick. They are the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Who the Kansas City Chiefs are, the yesterday's New England Patriots right now. So this thing here, it's football is talent rich out there. Just that Channelview is and Coach Hurts. Hopefully now they can be able to move the needle, because they don't have to worry about competing with North Shore, because they in a different whole district. They in the district with the Pasadena schools. And they had, so hopefully I'm rooting for all that to happen as well before he goes out with a bang and lay it down. But now, meanwhile, before we get ready to land this plane, I want to remind you guys, Texas Southern University is picked up a good win on the road against Southern last night. And that was pretty much a much needed win, which now puts them into a 3-way tie for the 8th seed of the SWAC. And along with Prairie View, who lost again to Grambling last night, and Bethune-Cookman, believe it or not, who TSU just beat last week. There are 5 games left in the SWAC right now, guys. 5 games. That's it. 2 weeks. 3 Saturdays. TSU is 5-8, along with Prairie View and Bethune-Cookman. TSU will play this at home this weekend. This is their last 2 home games of the season. Possibly. They can go to the postseason now and get a home court advantage on one first round, depending on which.
If TSU get in there, somebody getting their head peeled off.
Man, they got about 4
I ain't worried about Prairie View. Y'all can have Prairie. I'm talking about TSU, man. I'm sorry. You
talking about getting what? You talking about the tournament or the conference
in
tournament?
the tournament.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking
the
about
conference.
Jimmy, I got to go one at a time. I ain't talking about. I ain't finna look ahead. I need them guys. I wouldn't have never thought we'd be in this position, man. Yeah, I'm saying we because I got it on my chest right now. I never thought we'd be in this position, but like I told people earlier, I'll try to give them an analogy. Is TSU is a Ferrari. Sleek, fast, sharp, but 2 days on a Thursday, our steering wheel got taken out of the car. PJ Henry. They lifted the steering wheel out. He got hurt on that Thursday, the beginning of SWAC. He ain't been himself until last night. Takes time. Takes time to come back. And our car was just going. It was going. It was in games. We lost 2 buzzer beaters. Guys just threw up one from had 2 of them from half court. We in every game. It just can't. And then last night, it seemed like, the Ferrari dealership gave us our steering wheel back, and it enabled Kobe Granger to be open for the best shot in college basketball, ladies and gentlemen, is the corner shot. Best shot in college basketball. He hit a couple from out here, but he made a living from that corner because what? The guys got to help out because PJ Henry was getting downhill on them at any time he wanted to. And so that's what, see, a great point guard. That steering wheel made the whole car look better. And y'all can talk about it. Well, it ain't this, it ain't this. No, man. You lose your steering wheel in your car. Try driving your car without your steering wheel. And that's the only way I can put it to y'all. But I was so proud of them because they could have folded. They lost the ground the night 2 nights before. Jimmy, they could have folded. Jimmy, getting back on that bus was the saddest. Oh my God! It was like it's like a funeral. You love funerals. You'd have been at home. Everybody walked back on that bus like nobody said a word. Everybody just put on their headphones and was in their own world. I didn't know how these guys were. For them to come out there and put it on Sean Woods, because Sean Woods was just so surprised. He just had to clap. He just had to clap. I'm gonna show you something that happened in the game, Jimmy. PJ Bird, Houston. I don't know what it got into him. He just said, man, I'm finna try to get in PJ Henry's head. Peter Bird, trying to get in PJ Henry's head. He got 2 fouls without 30 seconds. He got 2 quick fouls. He reached in there, the coach called. Then he did it again. And it made right there in front of the ref. Coach looked at him and said, hey, player, that's 2. What are you doing? Coach inserted his son. I wish the coach PJ had stayed in because his son came in the game. Lil Sean Woods was killing us. He was hitting shots. PJ can't hit shots like this. So Jimmy, then he come back in the game. And guess what? Hit a shot and start talking crazy to our bench. He got a T. That's 3 fouls. Before the second half. So for some reason, he just didn't mentally, I don't know what was going on. I don't know him and PJ, I don't know their history. But it was Jimmy, I'm telling you, the script couldn't have been better for me. I was sitting there saying, the leading assist guy in the SWAC is out of the game, most of the game. Okay, I can live with that. So I just wanted to, I don't know if y'all watched that closely last night, but it was unique. It was a unique situation. I don't know if the commentator would talk. We was talking about it on the radio. So that's why I tell y'all need to, y'all can watch it. Oh, Charlie Neal. I watched old Charlie Neal this morning, Jimmy, late this morning.
He's good.
He's great, but guess what? He had some bad dope. Somebody gave him some bad. He was talking about something. I had to go back, and I'm going to tell y'all tomorrow what it was. Somebody gave him some bad information about one of our players. And I didn't see it till this morning. So I couldn't go and help because he was sitting not far from us. But I forgot what it was, and I read it in. But yeah, he's great. He's a legend. And he had Tony Massenberg with him last night. Former played in Maryland. He coached with. I mean, he was on the air with him last night. Chatterbox took a picture with him. Tell Chatterbox to quit taking pictures with everybody. With your picture take yourself. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. What Freight said something. Somebody said something. PE teacher at Cashman. What the hell are you talking about? Somebody said something. What do you think about the Memphis third option? Keontae. Yeah. Henderson. Yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good. He's got to be consistent.
He gonna get it. He gonna get the Texas medal this Sunday.
Coach, let me tell you something.
It's
gonna be, yeah. See, I ain't talking all this. I'm gonna let you keep talking that shit so I can. But let me tell you something. Yeah, you got to bring some to get some. That's all I'm telling you. They don't care about no. From my city, we don't care. Michael Jordan used to come down there. Them used to try to tie his fucking. Vernon Maxwell used to come down there. Them dudes you didn't care. We ain't no groupies down there. We don't care where your ass come from and what your record is down there. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Let me tell you something.
They don't care.
Your best 2 players right now is from Houston.
We don't get that. And?
Kendrick Davis.
And?
He has shown up every time.
They got a blue uniform on right now. They represent Memphis right now.
Understand something though. But
you can go talk about that old Houston stuff all you want to. Them dudes been all over the world. Them dudes been all over the world.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's about to happen. Kenny Davis is gonna show up like he always have showed up when he was with SMU every time he came here for two straight seasons.
Jimmy, you know I don't bet, but I'll take this bet, Jason Peters. Jason Peters, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Text me, and I don't even bet. But since you said that, I'll take that bet. But keep going. I'll take that bet.
The kid Williams, DeAndre, he has not proven the mental capacity to perform on this type of stage that's waiting on him. He's played before, well, in a big stage before, but he hasn't proved.
Didn't he play last year?
When
they whooped Houston ass twice?
Hold on. Ain't this the same guy? This wasn't the same stage. Wasn't the same
What's the stage? What's the stage? Tell me the stage. Tell me the stage. Houston was a top-ranked team last year, right? Houston was a top.
They wasn't
number two. Don't matter. You just said number two. Whoa. Yesterday, those rankings there. I don't give a shit about this ranking. I mean, you know the rankings ain't.
No. Understand something. And I also said yesterday that Alabama is playing Tennessee. So the outcome of that game, which is in less than 36 hours away, the outcome of that game is going to already be set the stage for this University of Houston game. Because if Tennessee takes care of business, beat Alabama, but you think they go, well, you know what? They could just leave Alabama number one. They did to Purdue 2 weeks ago. So unless they're going to happen, then the stage is set for University of Houston to go and win and jump on up into that slot that's rightfully theirs and reclaim the throne. I'm sorry, that's rightfully theirs. That's what the thing. My point is,
you fans are unbearable.
What I'm saying to you is, earlier this year, multiple times on the Chop Shop, Robert Howard, have went and sit and identified this young man, DeAndre Williams, as for and for his ability to commit
So why you bring that up?
Fouls.
What does that got to do? What? I know you love, but you don't listen to what I say, but you listen to that. So guess what? He ain't done it lately.
And what did I say? I said, now on a stage like this, I'm looking for him to relapse back into the Andre Williams that you knew, the natural one that you knew.
But you don't listen to me, so I know you're not listening to what I said. Throw everything I said, because I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. DeAndre Williams has turned a corner, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to hear this. He's turned a corner. He admitted himself that was immature and childish. And guess what? Every game they done played is a big game to him.
No. University of Houston hold the keys to Memphis's car. They must.
If we lose those other damn games, we won't be worried about this game. What the hell are you talking about?
You must beat U of H at least once. They want to play them twice in the next 2 weeks. They must beat them once to get into the March Madness.
Boy.
You're not going to lose to Houston twice and get in March Madness.
Boy, they say a double-minded.
Unless you win the conference tournament. That means
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That part there, even the people, even everybody.
So you wishing the well for Nicole Lynn, but you hoping and wishing this young man relapse.
I ain't hoping he relapse. I'm just made a projection. That ain't hoping.
You just said it.
That ain't me hoping. That's two different things. I'm making a projection on him coming home because he's gonna want it so bad. You're gonna want to beat this team who didn't offer you a scholarship when you was in high school and you wanted to play for this program. So when you in those situations, it kind of reminds me of what happened last night when University of Texas played Texas Tech. That kid Davion Harmon, he wanted to beat Texas so bad that he couldn't even walk off the floor when the game was over with. If you watch the end of that game, they got it all on probably on social media.
That don't happen every time.
No, exactly.
That's an outlier.
Most time you want it.
You just said you betting on this dude to fail and get because you're saying you're taking something that I said earlier in the season and you hoping this guy fail. And the only reason if he failed, then Houston got a chance. So you saying if he don't foul out, Houston ass ain't got a chance. That's what you're saying.
That's what we're saying.
That's what you're saying. Because you hoping.
That don't have
you're rooting for this kid to have a bad game and foul out. But you're rooting.
You do what y'all hear right now, guys, is Robert Hatter.
Very bad.
In this moment, he would take what you say and make it and twist it to make it what he wanted to be. And then he'll say it 3 or 4 times and click his heels like Dorothy in Kansas and make it come to true fruition with himself. And he'll say,
I've been trained. Hey, I've been trained. I've been trained to say that. I've been trained.
And then at the end of the day,
I've been trained.
Most of y'all will do. Most of y'all will say,
no.
I ain't gonna even argue with you, man. Whatever.
I've been trained. I've been trained to listen to you and everybody. I've been trained. That's my training.
Well, if you listen to me, then
I listen.
Why did you
I heard what you said.
No. Why did you add a word that I did not say? You said that I'm rooting for him to fail. That
fouling out a game is failure, and you brought it up. Fouling out a game is failure. Fouling out a game. I'm saying it. Fouling out a game is failure. That means he's putting a bad team. Since you went and hold up. Yeah. Since you went and brought up something that I said early in the year. Since you went there, right? And I just said, how can a 26-year-old guy foul out every game? How in the hell? You come back and say, DeAndre, what his name? Williams, ain't been on no stage like this. What you say, Adam? He's gonna foul out. Whoa.
I did not say. I said that he has not proven the mental capacity to excel on this type of platform. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
They don't have a different meaning. You're trying to give a different
where
meaning.
the fouls come in there? Tell me about the fouls.
The fouls, and once again, you just said foul out. I didn't even say foul out.
But you referenced what I said, man. Play. Whoa. You referenced what I said early in the season.
The foul. You said several things about him early in the season. It wasn't no one.
I said foul out. That's what I said.
Foul trouble and foul out. There was several conversations.
Every game we lost, I said he fouled out. That's what I said. That's what I said early in the season. See, maybe you need to listen to me a little bit more. If you're going to use my references.
And you also just said that he is a new man. I'm paraphrasing.
Hold up.
No, you said no. Didn't you come?
I said
as of late, and he's not the same player.
He's not.
So I said once again, I'm projecting him to relapse.
You projected him. Man, I'm gone. I gotta go. Hey, dude, you don't even realize what you just said, man. You know what? You don't even realize what you just said. I'm gonna let your own words right there.
What you mean?
You don't realize what you just said.
That's plain and simple.
I gotta go. I'm projecting. That ain't what you said in the beginning. But I'm gonna let you have this one.
Oh man.
You projecting
I said I'm telling you what's going to happen, and in a game that's
You
4
don't know
games
what's gonna
away.
happen. You don't know what the hell's gonna
Exactly.
happen.
That mean
You
I'm
don't
giving
know
you
what
a
the hell gonna
projection.
happen.
That's exactly my point. That means my projection either is going to be right or it's going to not be right. And so, but I'm giving a projection of what I feel is going to happen. That's what people do in game. They did it for the Super Bowl for 2 whole weeks. People say, "Oh man, the green team gonna win." Oh no, the red team gonna win. This is why they gave projections. They based some on analytical statistics, some on their opinion, some with a
But
combination.
why
of both.
you reference my fouls you reference me? You put me in it. If you hadn't said nothing about me, out of all of this, you want to bring it about. You love to make it about me. I must be living rent free. You got to make it about. I never made it about you.
I got about 25 people in my head living
Hey,
rent free. So that's
hey,
that's how
hey,
I like
hold on,
this.
hold on, hold on. I'm probably up that number
I got
one.
a bunch of space.
Okay, I'm probably. But guess what? Don't nobody live in mine rent free. You got to pay for this.
If I'm living rent free, make me a pallbearer at your funeral. Make me a pallbearer at your funeral. I'm living rent free.
I'm gonna get cremated.
See how it changes then. So
No,
if you care about me living,
I ain't telling you. I'm not telling you to. Don't do it. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to think about no guy like that much. It's not healthy. I don't think about.
I want to be a pallbearer at your funeral.
Hey, all you had to do is make it about U of H and Houston. You had to make it about me.
Hold on. Where are you from? Where are you from? What city are you from?
I didn't make U of H about you.
Oh, no. For that one game.
I didn't make U of H about you.
No. Where are you from again? There's people that's tuned in.
I'm from Memphis, but I didn't make U of H. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Houston.
Did I make U of H about you? I didn't mention nothing you said about U of H because I don't care what you say about U of H.
Man.
It don't make me no difference what you say about U of H. So why should I come up here and say, well, Jimmy, just the other day you was worried about Purdue. Dude, that's just not a good dude. That's not a good argument. It's not a good argument.
In this conference, there's no more UConn. There's no Marquette. In this conference, as I said yesterday, whether they like it or not, when it comes to basketball, Memphis and University of Houston, they ain't got to worry about it. It's the last time that they're going to play in this stadium for a mighty long time. So they ain't got to worry about it no more because U of H is going to the Big 12.
I'm not worried about it.
So the thing is, but
who brought up this subject?
Until then, they are the arch rivals.
Corey, you don't know what the hell you talking about either. You are Sonya, but keep going, huh?
They the arch rivals.
I can't stand them people sit on the sideline and run their damn mouth because that same Memphis team kicked the dog crap out of that team he talking about. But keep going, Jim. When grown folks talking, shut the. But now keep talking. What is she talking about? I'm pretty Tony today. When grown folks talking, shut the hell up. Now, come on. Give me a U of H, because I never, ever associate you with U of H. But somehow, I guess you got to.
No, it's Houston. It ain't just, no.
You got to associate with
the U of H thing.
You got to associate with it, man.
It's Houston versus Memphis. It's Houston versus Memphis. It ain't a U of H thing. It's Houston versus Memphis. That's all right now. It's got and just so you know.
Well, I'm glad you think like that, because I'm Penny Hardaway and Memphis Tigers going against Kevin Sampson, and I just think different. That's all. I ain't thinking about. I live in Houston. How the hell I'm gonna be against Houston? I got property here. I'm a taxpayer here. So I love, but guess what? My blood is blue. My blood is blue, baby. And I ain't gonna let no people come. Robert, even you and Corey, what you talked about is fouling. Y'all want him to fail. I wasn't talking about his failure for him to fail. I was just explaining why we lost the game. But guess what? He didn't foul out against that sorry ass Aggies up there on 19, who I hope don't ever win a game. I wouldn't care if they ever win another game. Ever. Yeah.
You talking about New Mexico State?
No, them dudes up there, up night. What? How you get there? I don't even know how to get there. Past Prairie View. That team, that school that give Prairie View some crumbs every now and then. And probably the same board that's trying to run Miss Simmons off. Them people off. Them people right there. That's a whole nother subject out there. Yeah. Yeah. No, I ain't hating. I just hate to go 290. Yeah, I know it was one of them 90s. I don't go up there. Hey, I don't go up there that much, man. I cut it off at Prairie View. I don't go around there. Cause people look like me, they stop them when I get around there on 290. Yeah. Soon as I see that gym, what's that sign where they used to make the ice cream? What?
Bluebell.
Brenham. Soon as I see Brenham, I said Brenham sign. I said, oh hell no, I got to turn around. I got to turn around. Hey y'all, I love my team, man, but I'm not gonna let him, man. Y'all think I'm gonna sit up here and just y'all want me to sit up here and sit like y'all do? Yes, sir, Master Jimmy. So you can don't rank my son low. I'm agree with you. I can't do it. I can't do it. I say what I say. I say what I mean. It's all good. It's all good. But guess what? We can get out of here, man. That man said New Mexico State. No, sir. I ain't hating on them. I just don't like them. Y'all, excuse me. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. I don't care. I don't like them. That's why. Kelton, what's up, baby? Jimmy, you got Jimmy. Yo, Jimmy drunk all the damn wine, man. You can't. Yeah. Man, I mean, you can't say, man. You can't say no. Why you had to drink everything?
Man, it wasn't but $2.
But
$2.
This a lady. Hold up. This a lady I know, right? She was keeping, I think, she was keeping the kids or something. She was keeping the kids one time. And I came back. I said, hey, you little drunk? You know what she told me? I ain't had but 12 bills. Jimmy, she's supposed to be babysitting and told me she ain't had but 12 bills. And you up here, that wine that Kelvin got is 12%. And you talking about it wasn't but 2 bottles. That's a crying shame. That's a crying shame, man. That's a crying shame. But man, go on, let's get out of here. That lady said she ain't had but 12 bills. Jimmy said he ain't had but 2 bottles of wine. Boy, I drank 2 sips and I'm done. But hey, we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all again tomorrow. Lori talking about at least she was honest. Hell no, Lori, she shouldn't have been drinking all them damn bills and keeping that baby. Oh, it's 14% alcohol. Oh my God. Jimmy. Jimmy, you something, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. For real.
Oh, man, that ain't nothing. Hey,
but you drunk him in the same night.
I give a shout to Herb Baker. Herb Baker he bought his birthday the other day. He bought a pie. It's a sweet potato pie, but they gave it another name. You know, black folk always, and I forgot the lady's name who made the pie that Herb knows. One of the friends of the family. And Herb Baker, hey man, that pie good, man. But that pie go good some red, man. Woo! I need to get, hey, Solo, I need to get another bottle of that thing. Hey, matter of fact, big showdown tomorrow. I think, Howard, you going down to Huntsville to support UT Arlington and Snoop against Sam Houston State. Mm-hmm. I got to go. I already made a commitment to be there for a big HISD showdown. And speaking of TSU, one of the TSU alumnus and former basketball star, Andre Young, he's the head coach at Houston Sterling High School. That team always just goes up under the radar in HISD. They always, and look up, it's the end of the season, they 17-4. They ain't lost but one district game, and that was to Madison by 4 points last month. They played Madison for first place on tomorrow. The game was supposed to have been, it was originally scheduled for the pavilion. And I'm so proud that a lot of the alumni, they got to talking on social media, and they got to re-channeling those grievances to the athletic department, to HISD. That's what you have to do. Make them phone calls, send them emails. And guess what happened? They moved the game from way on the north side, from the pavilion, to over at Barnett Fieldhouse. The game time has changed as well. It'll be 6 p.m. But that's beautiful because this was a 22-mile track for Madison, 21 miles for Sterling. Now Sterling got to only travel 7 miles. Yates Madison only have to travel like 9 miles, which is cool for those communities to get to that game.
You enjoy yourself at that game.
Huh?
You enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. Enjoy yourself. Got little nephew Mason Allen is in the house playing. Young man went from listen, he went from being happy he was ranked number 99, happy as hell, to just being cool, listening, just keep getting buckets, winning, good things gonna happen. Guess what he does? He gets a scholarship. He signs with a junior college 2 weeks ago. He's good. And then they had a ceremony, and they realized how he's number 46 in his senior class academically out of 400 and something at Madison. What? You talking about a young man you talking about a story? One day let him tell his story after the season over with. You guys, and I promise you, his story will have these guys crying like babies from this young man's story. For real, his story.
Shout out what Woods doing? Woods done won again, man. That Woods, man.
He clinched.
How he win it? Who in this district? He wasn't supposed to win this district, was he?
Elkins, Bush, Travis, Clements. First place.
What district Marshall in?
That's 5A.
Oh, it's 5A.
And they play for first place tonight as well against Fulshire. And the thing, remember our coach Cunningham, who they
I want Fulshire to lose every game.
And well, here's the thing. So they got mad at coach, of course, because coach subbed out some players against when they played at Madison on the night that Jalen Lowe scored his 2,000th point, and the night that Ronnie Courtney eventually won his 700 victory as a head coach. Some of the alumni base or some of the administrators got upset or pissed at coach because he didn't protest to the Coach Courtney calling a timeout in order to acknowledge Jalen Lowe's 2,000th point. He called a timeout. Mind you, he exhausted one of his timeouts.
Maybe them folks, hey Jimmy, there's some people was mad they stopped the damn game for LeBron James. Let me repeat that. It was some people that's mad that they stopped the game for LeBron James the other day. It was some people on Twitter going crazy.
Before they went, if they went to the game and those people was mad,
they were still mad.
What did they think was going to happen? Why did they think was going to happen?
What I'm trying to tell you, people just people. People gonna do some great stuff. So tell me what else? I'm talking about Woods. How the hell we get on that? I was trying to talk about Woods.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Woods. And you see all that. Yeah, Woods in that district. You say who in his district? He won. He's clinched first place. That district is a tough district. You asked me what district Marshall was in. That's how
yeah.
So, okay. But Coach Stephen Woods, he has a team that has no Division I, no player with a Division I offer. Right? Those kids bought in, so there's no pressure for anybody to go and say, I got to get my numbers. I got to get this, so because the college coach is watching. So that was a good thing. Sometimes it's good to have a good deck, a good hand dealt to you like that. That way they can buy in. And he has about 3 or 4 11th graders that's on that team that'll be coming back next year. And the thing is with this team, while I'm not willing to place my bet that they can win 5 straight games against playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I am willing to bet that they can stop any team in this city from getting there.
Okay.
That's because he makes
them dudes play hard, man.
They play smart for the most part, and they play hard. They play tough, and he has interchangeable parts. He'll go to his bench, get some guys, come on in, and they ain't no pouting when they come out the game.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Out, they get that squeeze ball to put it in their mouth, and they go and they have great student support. So that means, and that helps. That helps with a lot of our black schools. You see a lot of white schools, and they have, packed, but a lot of our black schools in the suburbs.
Yeah, Hightower support their team. You're right.
So what that means is, if you pull up the rug on that, what it means is, if those kids are willing to come and watch their friends play basketball in uniform on a Tuesday or a Friday night, just imagine the love those basketball friends get when they're in the classrooms, or when they're walking down the hallways, or when they had lunch, or when they just chit-chat in the parking lot, just imagine. So that love goes all around, and that way now if you're winning, ain't nobody teasing the winner, ain't nobody bullying the winner. Remember that.
Oh, he big man on campus.
You big man on campus. That's what you are. So that means now that feeling is the self-esteem is at a peak level. That's what you see when those guys are playing.
What did they do last year? What did they do last year?
I think they were 5A last year, Hatter.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They moved up. They lost. I think Beaumont United was 5A as well.
Beaumont 6A now, right?
Both of them are 6A now.
Did you see what I put on the screen? How remarkable that is.
Western never losing a district game in 4 years tonight.
That's unfreaking believable.
Never losing a district game in 4 years in the public school ranks. I know. Well, a few kids can boast that, but it's great to know that. That's a good
public school now.
Yeah. But I'm
talking about recent history.
Yeah.
4 years in a row.
Yates players did, but that's different.
That was a long time ago, Jimmy. Yeah.
They had a span where they didn't lose a district game, for about 60 games.
So yeah, but that was a while back, wasn't it?
And about four years, something like that. The last time they've been sputtering.
Well, shut up. No. I'm talking about 6A.
Yeah, the highest class. That's a tough road, and so shout out to them, and of course Beaumont United. They close out their district season tonight, but there's a big game tonight. Atascocita is hosting Westbrook tonight. Matter of fact, the top 12 games to see is located on the front of rcssports.com. And I give my projections. We only got one or two more games that you have to give a projection. But I want to remind you guys, last week, I just project, who I think, how many points I think.
There you go with that projection.
But guess what? Last week, I got 3 games right on the money. 3 games right on the money.
You've been doing that a lot. You've been doing that a long time.
3,
that's the only thing you know how to do good.
Yeah, but I take that. Put it in my obituary. Put it in my obituary.
At least I got something. Yeah.
Yeah, I take that.
Hold on, let me look at these games you talking about. So
some good ones tonight.
So Hightower is clinched. Hightower is clinched, right?
Yeah, they clinch. But
so they ain't playing no more. They ain't got to play no more.
No, they got to play. They play on Wednesdays. I think they play on Wednesday. They don't play tonight.
Okay. See, I got to see more. I got to think. Y'all got to stand. My heart is that Hightower. That's my team.
I tell you where you go tonight. Look at that schedule. Look down about the 7-8 game. Look down there. Look on there. If there's a way I can get out of this dog on Valentine, then I might. That's the game I definitely.
Oh, that's right. I can't go nowhere tonight, Jimmy. I got Valentine. I can't go nowhere tonight either. No.
Make it early. You get a seat.
No, sir. No, sir.
Don't you see? Don't you see what who Straight Jesuit playing tonight? Who Jace Posey playing against tonight? Don't you see that game tonight? You mean tell me you don't want to be there? You don't want to be over there on Bel Air Boulevard and the Beltway? You don't want to
I'm
be over
taking her with me. How about that? We going together tonight. I'm going to see Money Mike tonight. It's Money Mike night tonight. Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Oh, my goodness, I didn't see that. What you said, straight by what? Straight by, hold up, Coach. I got to turn it sideways, Coach. When I'm on this, hold up. Straight by one? Oh.
It'll be a good game.
Oh, I'm going to take her with me. Y'all, yeah. Y'all better come to the game. Y'all want to see who she is, you better be at that game tonight. Hey, for all you nosy folks. Yeah, we be in there. We're going to be in there tonight, Jimmy. Thank you, man. I'm going to see Money Mike.
Say, and of course tomorrow, Rod West, we got to get up out of here, but tomorrow it's going to be intriguing because I'll share with you guys some of the new rules in baseball for next year. And which they put in the shot clock. Remember they tried it with the Sugarland Skeeters. Remember last year they changed the name. They ain't the Skeeters no more, but I call them the Skeeters. The Skeeters. Skeet.
I like it.
Skeet.
Hey, son. Hey, wait a minute. Mindy ain't on here. Mindy, I know Mindy gonna love that. Tell Mindy to be on here tomorrow, so you can know the rules.
No, but I mean it's
Mindy already know the rules though, Jimmy.
But guess what though?
Tell all of us, cause Mindy, she know everything about baseball.
They done made the base bigger.
Why they make
that ain't good? That ain't good. That ain't good, man.
Jimmy, shout out to Chuck Solomon. Chuck Solomon, Chuck McGowan. They tried to deliver him his wine early this morning. But Chuck stayed. You just can't get in where Chuck live. Yes, you got to announce yourself, right? So
the guard took his bubble.
No, the guard didn't take it. No, the deliverer he just left. And then Kelton called me and asked me that. I said I called Chuck, and Chuck gave me instructions on how to do. So shout out to Chuck. Chuck got his stuff. They gave me a Chuck. Chuck got his stuff today. He's on in his life tonight. Boy, I love this Chop Shop, man. Hey, man, please get Jimmy another bottle. Get Jimmy another bottle. Because, Jimmy, don't drink that next bottle so damn fast. Damn.
It's an old saying back in the day. They say not a sip, not a swallow.
I'm going to drink the whole damn bottle. Charlie Box be saying that after the show. You ain't heard him close out the show. That's how he closed out the show. He talking about, say it again, what he said, not a sip, not a swallow. I'm going to drink the whole bottle. The Tigers win, the Tigers win, the Tigers win. He do that after when we win. We ain't been able to do it that much.
That's old Chatterbox. Let's go Tigers. And don't forget, guys, HBCU All-Star Game coming up. I'll give you guys details tomorrow. All students are going to be allowed in the game free. I give you detail. Any student from anywhere will be allowed in, but you must RSVP, send an email before March the 1st. I will have that link on tomorrow. Okay. This is good stuff because it's during the Final Four and it gives people another event, and it's an HBCU All-Star Game, the first ever that would be on an HBCU campus. Okay. This is, so make sure you guys remind me tomorrow to give you guys that link. That's going to be
So they got some doing this, and it's on what day? It's on what day?
That's Sunday afternoon.
So
April the 2nd.
So your babies got somewhere to go during the house. Because them tickets might be crazy at them other venues, but now you got to register. I like that, Jim. I'll shout out to that. Shout out
and
to
then also the actual practices, which is on Friday mornings for the Final Four, the practices are free for the general public, or they have been for years. I don't know, but they have been for years. The practices will be free.
Jim, look what happened. Wesley Yates, Chris Wall. Hey, y'all, I happen to hear somebody send it to me.
Which one he used?
He been using my shit. Just the one he used this weekend, right? Him and John Rothstein was talking. He said, John, if I agree with you, then both of us will be wrong. So I can't agree with you. That man used and didn't say nothing about me. Chris Walker is the right. Yes, he used my stuff, Jimmy. Wesley Yates heard him this weekend, man. He was on Jimmy, and he was on CBS this weekend. He wasn't on
he's
the network.
at the big tape.
He was on CBS, man, using. Y'all see how that do me? See, hold up. Jimmy might not listen to me, but Chris listens to me.
And then when you come back and say it again, they're gonna say you got it from Chris.
Yes, man, he ain't no good. But get what he told me. He said, yeah, I'm gonna still. He said, I say stuff all the time. You just don't see everything. He said, I talk. He said, well, quit telling me stuff. So guess what? I ain't answering the phone for his ass no more. Because he could have said, y'all, I got that from my man Rob. He didn't say nothing, Jimmy. He went on like it was his. And everybody's giggling and grinning and shit like, boy, I wanted to smack him.
Boy,
But yeah, he got me. Thank you, Wes. I like that, Wes.
Anyway, guys, it's time to get on up out of here, man. We definitely, man, it was a good day.
Good day. Good day. Great day.
Make sure you shout a show on your way out the door. And we got to get up out of here. Got to make some runs, man. For this traffic get thick, and boy, it's gonna be.
Man, I gotta go see my man Billy. Man, I call you back. I gotta go. I gotta go see Billy.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah, Billy over there working. He turning boats. He got me over there right now, turning boats.
Okay, let me call him right now. See if he can squeeze me in. You got all your shit, man. You can't be hogging. You have 12 cars over there at a time, man.
No, that'd be little James. Jay Prince has 12 cars over there at a time.
God. No, Greg Wise. Greg Wise.
Yeah, him and them Wise family. They hog up all the beans over there. Them and the
we
Wise
out, man.
family.
Happy Valentine's Day, Corey, Lori, and all the women out there. Happy Love Day, for real. Forget Valentine's Day. I love y'all. We love you. And tomorrow is going to be Women Rock Wednesday. Invite your girls on the show tomorrow. All your girlfriends. It's Women Rock Wednesday tomorrow. Now, what you say?
Yeah, man. We got yeah. You know,
right, all your women, all your friends, huh?
Y'all know, y'all side pieces. Y'all, we celebrate Valentine with y'all tomorrow. No, we just talking about. We just being funny. Chop Shop side piece.
Okay. Chop Shop side pieces tomorrow. Hey man, you trying to break up a happy home, man, over here, man. Yeah, you all right, man. I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.